Relationships. Let's talk about relationships, the way I see relationships. When I look back in my life, because I grew up seeing my aunties and uncles, older cousins that was older than me, and great aunties and uncles who was together forever. You know, when I say forever, I mean to death done them apart. And I got to see the love and the respect, a profound love and respect. Check this shit out, man. When we used to have to go to our aunties and uncles' house, you know, birthdays, my mama going out, holidays and shit, when we would get together, you know, as kids, we want to do shit, we appeal to the female. We'll go to the female, because I don't know what type of uncles y'all had. Our uncles and shit was mean as fuck. But anyway, we'll always go to them and ask them, can we do this, can we do that? And they would tell us, go ask my husband, go ask my man. And this is something I recently found out. Me and my grandma having a conversation about times and what's going on in the times and how times have changed. I recently found out that a lot of my uncles or women that was married to my uncles, a lot of them niggas didn't even work. Me and my grandma argued for a minute because I was sure these niggas worked. Because every time we went over there, them niggas be looking dusty and tired, ain't had a haircut in a while. So I said, the nerves of these bitches. Not out loud, because my grandma, a black woman, not gonna win that fight. I said, the nerves of these bitches, making us respect these niggas and ask them, can we do shit? And they ain't even work. Calm down. Because the words that popped in my head was the words of this relevant comedian right now today. Who raised you? And I had to think. I said, damn, that makes sense, because I know what raised them. I remember at the birthday parties, the family gathering, when the women would get together, the type of music they'd be listening to. I remember hearing Anita Baker, who sung the song Whatever It Takes. And then the song is talking about knowing a man been through some shit and it hurt him, but come here, let me hear your pain. Sade, who sung Sweetest Taboo, Your Love is King. And another woman, I don't know her name, but in the song, she talking about calling up a woman that's fucking with her man, saying let's have a woman-to-woman conversation. And in the song, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the bitch, the woman singing the song is telling the other woman that's fucking with her man that, hey man, everything this nigga got, I pay for. Right? And oh, don't let me fucking forget the one they played more than anybody that I can recall. What's that motherfucking woman name? Betty Wright. Man, and I don't even remember the song. They played it so much, I don't even remember the song, but guess what, my niggas? I remember some of the lyrics in the song, and in the song, Betty Wright singing, there was an old lady sitting under the tree. She called me over and said to me, my days left here may not be long. I wouldn't waste my time telling you nothing wrong. Love is a flower, need a sun and rain. A little bit of pleasure is worth a whole lot of pain. If you learn this secret, how to forgive, a longer and a better life you live. And you millennial bitches, I know y'all thinking that song is about life. No, little bitty bitch, that song is about a man, having a man that's full of shit, doing shit he ain't got no business doing, but still putting up with, because that's your man. And it made me realize, man, nigga, you think you gonna get that type of respect from Barty Gang, nigga? Brrr. What's that shit Cardi B be doing? Brrr. Some type of shit. Maybe she be purring like a cat. Ski! You think you gonna get that type of respect from these ski bitches? Listen, nigga, I was in the grocery store the other day, man, minding my motherfucking business, trying to get me some fruits and shit, buy me some fruits, and I kept hearing that ski! And I'm looking around, I'm nervous, because it's getting closer and closer, and something in me told me, man, get the fuck up out of here. So I said, fuck, threw them fruits back, and got the fuck up out that grocery store. You can say what the fuck you want to say, but check this out, nigga. When you hear, so whoop, girl, you know what the fuck that is. That, you know, they calling whoever's a part of this, come together. And if you are opposition, that means, nigga, you need to get the fuck out the way. And what I'm telling you is, these millennial bitches are savages. And they on a whole lot of gang shit. And guess who they ops is? Men. You can sleep on them if you want to, nigga. Men are they motherfucking ops. These bitches that then somehow acquired the title as a little bitty bitch, these little bitty bitches are savages. I'm telling you, my nigga. Listen, man, we all know when you first meet a bitch, right? Sooner or later, she gonna ask you for something. But when the first thing a bitch asks you to do is to eat her ass, nigga, that is a savage. She don't give a fuck about the necessities of life. She just wants you to eat her ass. Men ain't even running around here asking bitches to eat their ass. Well, are some of y'all? But here's my take on a lot of shit going on today. You can be mad at me, I don't give a fuck, as to why a lot of women ain't in their essence. Because a lot of you niggas will let a bitch get out of her place. Y'all will. Y'all will let a bitch get out of her mother. I don't give a fuck if y'all don't like this. I really don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Guess what? A lot of niggas letting bitches get out of their place, man. Instead of keeping that bitch in a woman's place. For she can stay. Some of you niggas will let your bitch put on your boxers. What's sexy about a bitch in some boxers? Nothing. I know some of y'all might think this is dumb, but for real. You let a bitch put on your boxers? And I like bitches that sit on their legs, that be perked up sitting on their motherfucking legs. You let a bitch put on your boxers, the next thing you know, that bitch gonna be sitting like a man. You let a bitch put on your motherfucking boxers, next thing you know, that bitch gonna be patting you on the ass, telling you, hey man, go fix me something to eat. For real. That's why when my bitches come over, them bitches already know it's gonna be some lingerie, some sexy motherfucking shit that she gonna put on. And if it ain't a G-string and it's panties, I'm gonna pull them motherfuckers in her ass because she can always feel like a bitch. No cap. I'm telling you, a lot of you niggas would let a bitch stand up and take a shower. Call me dumb if you want to. Like the bitch did when I told her she tried to get in the shower with me. I told the bitch, no. You a motherfucking woman. You supposed to take a bath. And that bitch like, I know I take baths, nigga, but I want to get in the shower with you. Just tell me if you don't want me to get in the shower with you, just tell me. It ain't got nothing to do with that, bitch. You a woman. And this is what I believe. I believe if you go to standing up, taking showers, bitch, next thing you know, you gonna try to stand up and piss. And I surely ain't going for no shit like that. Get what that bitch told me. That bitch told me, nigga, you dumb as fuck. You goddamn right I'm dumb as fuck, bitch. But I'm not allowing it. This shit going on the internet right now talking about narcissists. Oh, she was a narcissist, he was a narcissist. I mean, we all motherfucking narcissists. We all motherfucking narcissists. Why you think motherfuckers are bitches who can talk about it, because men, we don't get to talk about it, come out of relationships fucked up. Man, in my journey, I done met a lot of bitches on psych meds, nigga, from past relationships. Y'all think I'm bullshitting, I'm for real, man. I done met some bitches fucked up. I done met some bitches who told me some stories about what they done went through with niggas that I made Jesus with. And I'm a man, I know about the bitch ass shit that some niggas do. And the reason why I know some niggas do bitch shit is because I'm under the old law. And in the Old Testament, a wise man named Ice-T said, some of these niggas are bitches too. Look at that. I got you bitches, amen. But since we having church, bitch, let me give you some more of what God loves. Y'all abuse niggas too. I be hearing a lot of bitches talking about, oh, nigga abuse me. Y'all abuse niggas too, man. Guess what, man? I'm telling y'all the God honest truth, nigga. When I was 17, I was fucking with a bitch that was 14. Listen, that bitch used to beat my ass regular. I'm telling you what, the God honest truth, that bitch used to beat my ass regular for the bullshit I used to do. Here's a story. One time we were sitting up in that bitch house and her friend walked in. She had a bad little friend, nigga. Again, I'm 17, she 14. And me, young at the time, I didn't know bitches were spies. This bitch watched me, my bitch watched me watch her friend. And then she questioned me, hey man, you want to fuck her, don't you? And I told the bitch, nah, I don't want to fuck her. But the bitch kept pressing. But I knew better not to admit to this shit. But the bitch got me when she told me, hey man, that's my friend, that's my homegirl, man. If you want to fuck her, I will get her to give you some pussy. And I ate that shit up. Oh yeah, I want to fucking guess what? I've been punched a lot of times in my life. I know that ain't shit to brag on, but I've been punched a lot of times in my life, but I ain't never been punched so many times in my motherfucking eyes that my eyelids flip. Nigga, you know how when we was kids, we used to play and flip our motherfucking eyelids? Nigga, my eyelids flipped, and when I put them back, them bitches flipped again. That bitch went Mike Tyson on my motherfucking ass in front of the girl. I ain't never been punched like that, man. I'm telling you, nigga. So y'all bitches don't get to talking like y'all don't do it. Y'all beat up, y'all punch on niggas and beat down on niggas, but we men, we supposed to take it. But niggas come out of relationships fucked up too. But what that's gonna look like I be seeing my nephew with these big old motherfucking guns, extendo way out here, and y'all sitting in the car smoking weed, and nigga tell you, hold up, man, I gotta take my antidepressant for what this bitch sent me through. But that's gonna look, y'all don't wanna admit it, and here's another thing. Everybody know. Everybody know. You can't out talk a motherfucking black woman. I'm talking about pound for pound. Lightweight, welterweight, junior weight, light heavyweight, pound for pound. Ain't nobody fucking with a black woman. When you get to pissing that bitch off and that bitch get to talking, you piss that bitch off. Why you think so many niggas be wanting to punch on the bitch? Because that bitch don't give a fuck, nigga. Get the fuck with that bitch. That bitch will shoot. Listen, man, that bitch will shoot you to your woman that you love without a doubt. Your mama, nigga. Your mama, nigga. Your mama, nigga. Your motherfucking mama. I'm talking about the woman who carried you for 9 months, damn near probably died pushing your big head ass out, took care of you when you was a kid, took care of you better than any woman in life will ever take care of you, nigga. And you can't defend her honor. Guess why? Because that's your bitch sending you to your mama. That's your bitch disrespect. I put it on Facebook a minute ago. The whole world scared of black bitches. But I ain't scared of you bitches. Fuck y'all. See, I'm giving y'all several reasons why I don't pursue relationships nowadays. Several motherfucking reasons I use my motherfucking brain. But here's another reason. Because these bitches knows it. These bitches knows it. Who was that said that motherfucking shit knows it? They knows it. They knows it. Was it Speak on Lord of the Rings? It was one of them motherfuckers. These bitches knows it. These bitches know they smarter than us. You can say what the fuck you want to say, ignorant ass nigga. Here's a major reason why, for black men, bitches know they smarter than us, nigga. Here it is. We would stand on the motherfucking corner all motherfucking day. Sun, running cars, knocking each other over, 12 over there, jackets, all this motherfucking shit, for come home all motherfucking day with $75 in our motherfucking pocket. And that's no cap. You think a bitch gonna do that? Do you think a bitch is gonna stand on that motherfucking corner all motherfucking day for $75, nigga? For my white listeners. Oh, y'all ain't got it. I'm gonna get to y'all in a minute too. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all white folks in a minute too. But for my white listeners, bitches knows any nigga that'll get on the motherfucking skateboard, jump that bitch, and land on a rail and not realize 99.99999% of the times you gonna bust your motherfucking head. Nigga, that's some truly dumb motherfucking shit. Nigga jump on that. Y'all seen that shit on them shows when niggas getting on these motherfucking skateboards, jumping that bitch and land on the rail, slide down that bitch, and damn near knock his motherfucking head off. Then get up, head busted, teeth missing, arm broke, all slow, fucked up, and guess what the nigga do? Get his dumb ass up and go right back up there and try that motherfucking shit again. Y'all know it. Bitches know that's dumb. Same way with us niggas. That's what we'll do. On the block all motherfucking day, riding 6 cars deep, with guns and drugs and all type of shit, get popped, go to prison, come home and do the same motherfucking shit again. If that ain't dumb, my niggas, what is it? See, bitches ain't telling us. Man, a bitch know that's dumb. Bitches know niggas are dumb than a motherfucker. You don't believe me still? Have you seen Jackass? Have you seen the movie Jackass? They got Jackass 1, they got Jackass 2, they got Jackass 3, they got Jackass 4, they got Jackass... You want me to keep going? Have you seen this shit? Dumb shit that niggas do. Super motherfucking dumb shit that niggas would do. Y'all seen that shit on there. Why y'all think ain't no bitches doing this shit? Bitches don't do that because they trying to be... Don't do that because they're trying to stay pretty. No. Bitch got enough brains. Bitch got enough sense to know, nigga, you jump on that motherfucking skateboard, nigga, and you slide down that bitch, nigga, you gonna hurt your motherfucking self. Bitch, I already know you stand on that motherfucking corner like that, nigga, you a goddamn fool, nigga. Bitch is not gonna do that shit. Oh, but they'll fuck with a nigga that'll do it. You better believe me. That's why these bitches be... You seen it in the hood, a new bitch pop up. Why you think that new bitch popped up? That bitch is looking for a man. Same way, look at the Animal Planet. And look how them female monkeys or whatever the fuck, they be cheering that motherfucking dumb shit on. Let me tell y'all something, real talk, man. I remember when we was young, my sister used to, when her friends used to come over, her company used to come over, you know what niggas do. Me and my brother used to take our little dusty, musty ass up in there and get the wrestling and trying to show out in front of these bitches, get these bitches' attention, forgetting that we been outside all motherfucking day playing like a motherfucker, mustard in a motherfucker, forgetting that before we came in the motherfucking house, our mama told me, take them shoes off, right motherfucking now, leave them outside, take your socks off and go straight to that restroom and wash your motherfucking feet. And we'll get in front of these bitches, get the plan, and we think our sister hating because these bitches laughing. They enjoying this shit we doing. Me and my brother wrestling, spreading this much, they enjoying this shit. And my sister be telling us, hey man, y'all mustard in the motherfucker, get the fuck up out of here, man. Y'all feet stink, get the fuck up out of here. But me and my brother would be in there having the greatest time of our motherfucking life, not even realizing that my sister telling us the truth, man. We mustard in the motherfucker, feet stink, the whole motherfucking living room lit up, nigga. For real, man. Louder than some of this weed these niggas got right now, man. I'm trying to show y'all some shit, my niggas. Not only is the bitch smarter, you see, when you smarter than the person, my nigga, and you know you smarter than that person, and you still take advantage of them, what the fuck is that? Because a bitch don't give a fuck if she's smarter than that bitch would take advantage of you. Let me tell you something, nigga. Listen to what I'm saying. Bitches are bullies, and y'all fucking know it. Let me tell you something. This is real motherfucking talk. Y'all don't believe y'all a bully? Check this out. What is the bully? Bully is somebody that use threats and And because they know you don't want no smoke, they know you don't want that smoke, you know, to get what the fuck they want. Ain't that a bully? Give me your lunch money, motherfucker. I'm gonna hit you in your eye. Ain't, you know, and the key to get that money up. Do my motherfucking homework, I'm gonna punch you in your stomach. And okay, I'll do it. Cause they know you don't want that smoke. And you trying to tell me you bitches don't do that? Cause y'all know we don't want that smoke? You a motherfucking lie, bitch. You want your lights paid, your bill, you want anything from this nigga, you know he really like you. Guess what the fuck you gonna do? You gonna hit his ass with that hot track, nigga. If you don't do it, somebody else will. You know how many niggas right now today, or maybe through history, that's married or in a serious relationship because a bitch bullied him? You know how many niggas that went through this shit where a bitch and told him, look, nigga, shit is getting serious, nigga. So if you don't get serious and we don't settle down and do whatever the fuck I think we should do, if you don't want to do it, nigga, guess what I'm finna go out there and do? And you already know how, you know how most men is. We don't want that smoke. We can't deal with the idea of you fucking on nobody else. Niggas can't deal with that shit. Bitches know it. You bitches are fucking still don't accept it. I'm gonna give y'all an example. In a show of hands, even if you sitting by your bitch right now, nigga, in a show of motherfucking hands, how many of you niggas want to be in a monogamous relationship? If you don't know what monogamy is, just ignore this part. Anyway, how many of you niggas just want to be with that bitch you fucking with? Oh, I love my bitch so motherfucking much, I don't want nobody else, just my bitch. How many of you niggas know it? See, I'm a man, and I be trying to give it to these bitches, letting them know this is what's real. I ain't got time to lie to you, bitch. How many of you niggas really want to just be with that bitch? But here go my question. You know you don't, because you're a man. We like bitches, the more the merrier. Why are you, nigga? Why are you just with that bitch? Why are you trying your damnedest to mine? This is why. Because that bitch gonna let you know, nigga. Get to playing, nigga, and I'm gonna show you how to play. Get the motherfucking playing with me, nigga, I'm gonna show you how to play. Listen, man. Every bitch I done met in the last 15, 20 years then told me, even if we wasn't just chopping it up on some cool shit, we weren't finna fuck around, told me straight up, man, when I find out that the nigga I'm fucking with is fucking with another bitch, I'm gonna fuck his mama, his daddy, his sister, his brother, everybody around this nigga to let him know not to fuck with me. That shit scare me. Cause my mama like bitches. My sister like bitches. That scared me like, damn bitch, my mama, my sister too, bitch, my brother. Like these bitches are fucking bullies. You still don't believe me? Here go another example. In a show of motherfucking hands. How many of you niggas go to work, hard than a motherfucker, hustle, hit the highway, the flyway, do whatever you do to get that motherfucking bag to give it to a bitch? I'm waiting. To give it to a bitch, pay her bills or whatever. We get this nice shit, but we don't want to give it to y'all. We don't want to give y'all no motherfucking money, but we do it the same reason why a motherfucking kid pay a bully. He don't want that smoke. The same reason why we watch these mafia movies, the mafia get to putting that pressure on these shops and shit, and they gotta cough up that motherfucking money monthly. The same motherfucking reason why, nigga. You don't want that motherfucking smoke. Get to motherfucking playing and not paying monthly like you're supposed to. Get to motherfucking playing with a bitch you know you love or you know you really like and not paying like you supposed to. Watch that bitch put that pressure on you. That bitch gonna put that pressure on you and let you know, nigga, if you can't keep up, guess what? There's a lot of available niggas out there right now that want me, that can. No cap. These bitches are bullies. I am tired of this shit. Man, listen, man, I've been going through this shit all my life with black women and they bullying bullshit, man. I am tired of the motherfucking shit. I don't know about you niggas. I am tired of the shit, nigga. Come for me like that, bitch. Come for me like that, bitch, with that bullshit. Guess what, bitch? I know the law. That is a fucking threat, bitch. Not only is that a threat, bitch, that is a terroristic threat, bitch. I will put 12 in your motherfucking life, bitch. Come for me like that if you want to, bitch. You'll see. Bitch be like, ooh, you dumb. I be telling bitch, be who you dumb. I'm gonna show you how dumb I am, bitch. Come for me if you want to.